And they're racing now. They've jumped in a perfect line. Sovereign Squall, the inside one of the first out. Baby Bomber, as we thought, would probably go up and take the lead. He will. Navajo Boy outside him from Pride of Rancho. Then Portland Patch, Martago, 2.5 or 3 away Private Income. And last of all at the 1400 is Mecca Dance. Baby Bomber the leader, so work down the back. A length and a half now, 2 in front of Pride of Rancho. Sovereign Squall third on the inside of Navajo Boy, a half length away. A length of Portland Patch, 1 away, then Martago, Private Income, and Mecca Dance goes up on the outside of Private Income as they're about to come off the back. To the 1,000-metre mark they swing, and Baby Bomber, a length and a half, Pride of Rancho. Sovereign Squall is third, a half length to Navajo Boy. Then Portland Patch, who's fifth back along the inside of Martago, 2 to Private Income and Mecca Dance as they run down the hill, 850 metres out, and Baby Bomber, a length and a half in front still of Pride of Rancho, who now gets a little closer. Sovereign Squall in the box seat, third over on the inside from Navajo Boy. Then Portland Patch, Martago, 2 to Private Income and Mecca Dance as they head up towards the turn. A little over 600 to go, and the leader Baby Bomber, a length in front here of Pride of Rancho. Sovereign Squall third on the inside of Navajo Boy, and they up the tempo now from Martago, racing around Portland Patch, trying to get away from the inside, and does. Then Mecca Dance and Private Income last, 400 metres out. Baby Bomber shaken up. Sovereign Squall went for the run on the inside, was blocked for it there. Navajo Boy quickly ranges up to Baby Bomber, now back to the inside, Sovereign Squall, and here's Portland Patch starting to put in, and Mecca Dance 200 metres out, and Portland Patch took the lead from Navajo Boy. Mecca Dance on the outside is after Portland Patch, but Portland Patch is finding plenty, and Portland Patch gets in by a length to Mecca Dance. Navajo Boys run third, fourth in Martago, then Private Income. Sovereign Squall didn't finish it off from Pride of Rancho, and last in was Baby Bomber.
And the winner there, number 8, Portland Patch, $4.20 the win and $1.50 for the place. 7 Mecca Dance, $3.70, and 6 Navajo Boy, $2.20.
And on Super Tap there, 8 Portland Patch to pay $4.40, $1.60, 7 Mecca Dance, $3.20, 6 Navajo Boy, $2.30.
Time for the trip, 1:37.5. 8 is in the frame. Portland Patch. Second placing will go to number 7, Mecca Dance. And third should be to number 6, Navajo Boy. 8.76 official now, 8, 7 and 6 on race number 1.
More from Brian. Shortly, race number 1, Adelaide.
But there's one special event that will be happening in Sydney at 4 p.m. Rod Fuller will be entering the barrier stools for the marriage stakes, and Rod is marrying a delightful lass, Louise Mitchell. And Rodney, whilst I have this opportunity, and I know I speak on behalf of all our listeners throughout the network in extending to you and Louise, congratulations. A wonderful life together. You had me worried there for a while, pal. I didn't think you were going to make the barrier stools, but you have, and she's a charming girl. You're a good guy. You've been with me for a long time now, and all the very best to you both for a wonderful, happy and healthy life together. And I'm looking forward to down track those 6 kiddies that you're planning to have, Rod.
3 boys, 3 girls, a maid and a dog. But Ian, thank you for those kind words, and I'm looking forward to a wonderful day and a wonderful life with Louise Mitchell. And there were a lot of attendants at the barrier stalls trying to get me in, and they've finally succeeded.
Good on you, Rod. All the best, and
thanks,
same to you, Louis. Okay, thanks, Les.
Right, Ian, it's terrible.
And Trouble in Mind actually got the best of the start. Peachtree Road jumped out well, and so did the favourite Relic. And moving up, Cheeky Spy looking for the lead. Turak trying to find a posse, followed by Tear Set. Lady Lucky is back to second last, and Sweet Lucy the tail ender. Down past the 800, and Cheeky Spy the leader narrowly from Trouble in Mind, going very quickly. Turak normally comes from back, but Boss wasn't happy with the speed and shot the filly to the front by 3 lengths on Cheeky Spy down to the 700. Then Trouble in Mind, Relic. Peachtree Road is very wide out from Tear Set, and then Lady Lucky, and close up on the inside is Sweet Lucy travelling to the corner, and the leader Turak by about a length and 3/4 on Cheeky Spy. Trouble in Mind on the inside is third as they round the bend, a length to Peachtree Road, and then comes Relic followed by Tear Set. In the straight they've got 300 left to gallop, and Turak 2.5, Cheeky Spy. Relic on the outside is third from Peachtree Road, and then Trouble in Mind. Turak at the 200, a handy leader. Relic is setting out after Turak now, but Turak still 2 lengths on Relic, and then Sweet Lucy the outside, but Turak, this has been a big ride by Boss, a daring one, and it brings results. Turak, too good for Relic. Sweet Lucy third from Trouble in Mind, Tear Set, and then came Lady Lucky, Peachtree Road, and Cheeky Spy pulled up at the tail of the field.
8 Turak, 610, 190, 10 Relic to pay 130, 5 Sweet Lucy, 360, correct weight the first Adelaide, 163.
She's notched up the hat-trick. Number 8, Turak G-Boss, has returned a dividend of 650 and 190. from 10 and 5, numbers to become official. Relic at $1.30, and the third horse, Sweet Lucy, number 5, will pay $3.10.
Back first to go, Kiwi Rose, Sky Gazer and Real Zeal away smart. First to go, Kiwi Rose, Sky Gazer and Real Zeal away smartly. Now, Prior Engagement is slipping up on the outside and will go up and take the lead on, followed by Noble Colony, Sun Classic dropping out to the tail. In the rundown by the 200-metre mark on the first round, and it's Kiwi Rose in front as they scatter the Seagulls. On the outside, Prior Engagement, third placing 2 lengths away as Real Zeal, then Berserk on the inside of Noble Colony. The pace is okay, a length and a half to Sky Gazer, Exciting Ranch back to second last, and last of all is Sun Classic. Past the winning post, 18.50 to travel, and the leader Prior Engagement by a length to Kiwi Rose. 2 lengths away third is Real Zeal. Another 2 to Noble Colony on the outside of Berserk, then Sky Gazer racing around Exciting Ranch, and last of all is Sun Classic as they swing into the back. 1,650 metres to travel, and the leader Prior Engagement 2 in front, Kiwi Rose. 2 away third is Real Zeal away from the rails. Going up inside it is Berserk. 3 parts to Noble Colony, who's going to track Real Zeal all the way. Then Exciting Ranch on the inside of Sky Gazer, and then length off last of all is Sun Classic. 1,400 metres out, and it's Prior Engagement. They've dropped the pace here, leading by a length, and Prior Engagement inclined to pull just a fraction. Second place in Kiwi Rose a length away. 2 to Real Zeal on the outside of Berserk. Then Noble Colony, Exciting Ranch, Sky Gazer and Sun Classic on the inside. 11.50 to travel, and the leader is still Prior Engagement. There's no change in the order at all. It's a length and a quarter in front of Kiwi Rose. Berserk third on the inside of Real Zeal. Then comes Noble Colony around Exciting Ranch, and 2 to Sky Gazer and Sun Classic inside it as they go to the 900. The leader was Prior Engagement, got away a little here. A length and a half in front of Kiwi Rose, who still travels okay. Berserk third on the inside of Real Zeal as they jam up. Then Exciting Ranch getting away from the inside, followed by Noble Colony, Sun Classic and Sky Gazer as 9 last, but only 5 lengths first to last as they head to the turn. 650 out, and Prior Engagement by 3 parts of a length to Kiwi Rose. Coming out 3 deep as Real Zeal. Berserk still there on the inside from Exciting Ranch. Hard-ridden Noble Colony and Sun Classic as they corner with Sky Gazer. 450 out, and Prior Engagement endeavouring to lead pretty well all the way. Slipped away here too in front of Real Zeal. Kiwi Rose under pressure, then Berserk, Sun Classic, Exciting Range, and down the outside Noble Colony. They still haven't got Prior Engagement coming to the 200-metre mark. It's 2 in front of Real Zeal, who can't go on Berserk, and now Exciting Ranch starting to accelerate with Noble Colony. Prior Engagement grabbed by Exciting Ranch. On the outside Noble Colony, Exciting Ranch in front near home. Sky Gazer flying. Exciting Ranch I think has won from either Noble Colony or Sky Gazer, who flew. Then Prior Engagement, Sun Classic, Berserk, Real Zeal, and last in Kiwi Rose.
Number 5, the winner, Exciting Ranch at $6.30 the win, and $2 even for the place. Photo for the minors, 2 Noble Colony, $1.50, 4 Sky Gazer, $2.20.
5 Exciting Ranch, $4.90, $1.70, 2 Noble Colony, $1.80, 4 Sky Gazer to pay $2.10. Photo all placings there. Correct weight on the first in Brisbane on 6.15. 6 Never Late, $2.70 and $1.80.
Racing off to a good start, and actually Paris Dream at the end of 50 metres just in front, taken on by Pete Bog, and going up very smartly. Ice King will lead, and as they travel 250, Ice King goes to the front clearly now from Google. Pete Bog followed by Paris Dream and Rock Island line pretty wide, then Singer closely followed by Whimsy and Cantari deep out in last spot. Down by the 650 and Ice King making play, 3/4 to a length clear on Google, a length and 3/4 to Pete Bog and 1 to Paris Dream, and still deep out is Rock Island line. Then Singer with 2 behind him, and they are Whimsy and company with Cantari. They're on the swing for home at the 420, and Cooksley has Ice King travelling along smoothly, a length and a half on Pete Bog, a length the Paris Dream called upon now, and as they race to the 300, Ice King starting to get the wobbles, and Pete Bog joins him and heads him, and Paris Dream on the outside is grinding away well. Ice King is history, and Pete Bog and Paris Dream have come away. Pete Bog, Paris Dream a nose in front. Pete Bog fighting back, but Paris Dream will hold Pete Bog, and it's Paris Dream, the newcomer. Narrowly from another newie, Pete Bog, and Singer ended up a distant third. Ice King gave very little. Followed home by Whimsy, Rock Island line, and then came Google and Absolute Cantari. The official placings on the second of the day, the 2KY High Tide Handicap.
4 Paris Dream, 3.10, 1.30, 5 Pete Bog, 1.90, 2 Singer, 1.70.
Di has paid $3.20 and $1.50. Second placing going to number 5, Pete Boggs. Two of the first starters have run the Quinella. Pete Boggs has paid $2, and the number 2 and third spot, Singer, will pay $1.80. Ice King travelled nicely to the corner, but the moment Grant Cooksley went for him, there was nothing left with the tote favourite, and he was a spent force from the 300 metres. Paris Dream, a nice type of horse. He's a good sort by personal hope from open question, and certainly open to improvement after that his first start. And he's raced by Graham Rogers and his trainer in partnership with Merv Wood, Miss F.W. Louis, J.C. Wu, Dr. R.J. Thompson, K.D. Wakely and B.K.P. Ang, and is a bay colt 2 years foaled on the 23rd of August 1995. There's the...
There's Regency. And they've jumped in a fair line. Mosaic probably not all that flash away. Hula Dawn, Dane Quillo away quickly. Pretty Buttons has only begun fairly as Regencia races up on the outside of Buri to take the lead. Dane Quillo hunting through with Hula Dawn. On the outside there comes Mosaic. La Volta well back. Pretty Buttons third last. Last of all is Tycoon Princess. Heading down towards the turn inside the 600. Regencia just in front here. Over on the outside, Buri. Back along the rails is Dane Quillo. I think the Pretty Buttons trying to get away from the pocket, keeping it in Hula Dawn. And wider out is Mosaic, followed further back then by Tycoon Princess. La Volta is last, and Mosaic starting to make ground as they go by the 350. Regencia in front, but Pretty Buttons now gets the run. On the inside, battling away Dane Quillo, and then Buri. Dane Quillo the inside, kicking strongly here. Pretty Buttons can't go on. Regencia battling away from Mosaic, and then Tycoon Princess in front. Dane Quillo near home, and Dane Quillo gets in. Dane Quillo first by 3 parts of a length to Regencia. Mosaic on the outside of Pretty Buttons, and on the rails Tycoon Princess and a photo for third. Then La Volta. Further back then came Regencia. At the head of the others, Hula Dawn, and last in was Buri.
Number 9, Dane Quillo, $9 and $2.30. 3 Regencia, $3.40. 1 Mazare, $1.70.
And on Super Tab 9, Dane Quillo to pay $8.80, $2.40. 3 Regencia, $3.20. 1 Mosaic, $1.80.
$50 in the pool, Ron.
Yeah, thanks, Les. Punters Club has invested here on race 3 at Rosehill.
Now his greenbacks being trotted up towards the... As the button, they're off and racing, and immediately Elusive Spy drops back to the tail of the field, and Hockney straight to the front, a half length on Wiggly Woo. 2.5 lengths away, third is Simba, followed by on the outside Greenbacks, and then Toro Sandpiper Lane. Length and a half Empower on the inside of Elusive Spy, and 2.5 Quick Strike. 700 left to go, and Hockney the favourite making play. A length exactly on Wiggly Woo, little under that now. Third posse is Greenbacks wide out from Simba and Toro. 2 to Sandpiper Lane on the outside of Empower and Elusive Spy, and Quick Strike at the joint tail enders as they come down the side and past the 600, and Hockney 3/4 of a length Wiggly Woo. Greenbacks very deep third, and this trio lead about 3 lengths on Toro, and then Simba, Sandpiper Lane on the outside, and a length further back is Empower. They straighten up and down past the 350, and Hockney a length and a half Wiggly Woo. Third is Greenbacks under the whip, and a couple of lengths then to Sandpiper Lane. Simba and Empower not going on at the moment, but Hockney right up against the inside for Corey Brown. 100 to go. It's all Hockney. 3 lengths on Wiggly Woo, Empower, Greenback, Sandpiper Lane. But Hockney toys with them. Hockney wins effortlessly from Wiggly Woo and Empower. Then came Greenback, Sandpiper Lane, followed by Toro. A break then to on the outside Simba. Second last was Quick Strike, and Elusive Spy was last to complete the course.
3 Hockney, $2.20, $1.40 on Super Tab. Number 2 Wiggly Woo, $2. 1 Empower, $1.60.
One of our top 2-year-olds, but things went amiss with him, and he was off the scene for a long time. He'd run originally back in October 1996, and he won the Canonbury, and then he went off the scene, didn't come back till Feb 1997 when he ran 5th behind Guineas in the kindergarten at Warwick Farm, and then he had more problems, and he wasn't produced until New Year's Day this year when he won at Randwick, and second up here this afternoon. He's paid $2.20 and $1.30. Number 2 Wiggly Woo battled on well, $1.80, and number 1 Empower, third, has paid $1.90. Those numbers official. 3-2-1. The winner is by Quest for Fame. Quite an exciting stallion, and of course an English Derby winner, standing up at Woodlands. And out of Artistic Princess, Bayer Brown Gilding, 3 John Hawkes, Corey Brown. Hawkes going further ahead in the premiership, and what a successful association it's been in recent times between him and...
Direct weight Canberra, weights right Canberra.
They're racing now. Tersina missed it by a length or so. Lady Rielden first out with Unbeatable Lass, My Fabulous Star and Powery Miss. Over on the outside of those, Kalimna being ridden back behind the pace today from Queen's Rule. On the inside, Tersina, and Queenstown Kate dropped back to last. They've passed the 1,000-metre mark, and Unbeatable Lass takes over here, leads by a length and a half. Kalimna getting to the outside of Lady Rielden, back to fourth, My Fabulous Star. 2 lengths further back then comes Powery Miss. Tersina going up on the inside from Queen's Rule, and 2 last of all is Queenstown Kate. Down the side they swing, 700 metres out, and the leader Unbeatable Lass by 3 parts Kalimna. Lady Rielden third on the inside of My Fabulous Star, and around the outside there comes Queen's Rule. Now Queenstown Kate is going to have to come around the outside of the field, followed back by Tersina and Powery Miss as they corner. 400 metres out, Unbeatable Lass out by a length and a half. Kalimna, Lady Rielden on the inside, My Fabulous Star shown the whip, then Tersina well back, Queenstown Kate with Queen's Rule running down to the 200. Unbeatable Lass in front. My Fabulous Star and Kalimna are coming after it now. It's still in front. Unbeatable Lass, Kalimna and My Fabulous Star racing to it. Kalimna took the lead. My Fabulous Star grabbing it on the outside. Kalimna may have beaten My Fabulous Star. Third placing Tersina on the inside from Lady Rielden. Then Queenstown Kate, Unbeatable Lass, Powery Miss, and last in was Queen's Rule.
For Kalimna, $10 the win and $2.70 for the play. 6 My Fabulous Star, $1.90. 7 Tersina at $1.90.
Correct weight.
Okay, for Kalimna to return on the Super Tab, 11.10, 280. 6 My Fabulous Star, 180, and 7 Tersina, place dividend of $2 even. Should be 4.67 there after race 4 at Sandown.
And My Fabulous Star with Tersina poking up on the inside, and number 4's got it, Kalimna, written by Neville Wilson. Number 4, Kalimna, has lasted the score here over 6 My Fabulous Star and number 7 Tersina. 4, 6 and 7, 4, 6 and 7 in a time of 1:11.1. 4 Kalimna, 6 My Fabulous Star, Lincoln Coffey, and 7 Tersina, Greg Childs.
About to move in Gold Coast.
Starter going to his ladder now, and they're off. Contentious and Lifted missed it by 3/4 of a length, and Racket actually smartest away. A bit of magic going up smartly, and likewise is Killione. And here's Rebel Rock trying to burn the lot of them off, and Mr. Honey into the firing line. Then Lifted, followed by Exalt Auroni, Contentious. Jade Palace second last, and Deep Out Suburbia's last. 7:50 to go in a race for the lead. Rebel Rock has it narrowly from Killione. Mr. Honey 3 deep, and a bit of magic can't get anywhere near the rails. Followed by Lifted, Racket is wide out, and then comes Auroni and Exalt Contentious. 3 Suburbia ahead to Jade Palace. 5:50 left to go, and the speedy country horse Rebel Rock got away more than a length on Killione. Third on the inside is Lifted, followed by Mr. Honey, and a bit of magic is the deepest as they round the corner, and then Exalt and Contentious straightening up, and Rebel Rock shows the way. Lifted getting up on the inside, Killione under the stick, followed by Mr. Honey, then Contentious and a bit of magic, but it's Rebel Rock at the 200. About a length and a half clear. He's shifting his ground a shade. He got away nearly 2 now, Rebel Rock. Second is Killione, followed by Exalt, but Rebel Rock is giving a dashing exhibition. They won't catch the Rock. Rebel Rock wins it brilliantly from either Exalt or Contentious, and then Killione, followed by Suburbia, Mr. Honey, and then came Racket in company with Auroni, Lifted back along the rail. Jade Palace second last, and a bit of magic at the tail of the field. Brilliant sprinting performance by Rebel Rock to win. Number 1, handled by Jason Lee.
4.72 even on Super Tab. 6 Exalt to pay 7.40. 3 Contentious 2.40. Treble 4, 3, 1, $67.80.
A horse with half a tongue. Second and the third resting between 6 and 3. Exalt showing at 7.40, and number 3 Contentious showing 2.40. Rebel Rock trained by Rod Stevens in Tamworth for himself. I.C. Footett's, Ms. T. Stevens, Ms. Y.D. Hudson, a Chestnut Gelding 5 by Salieri from Brief Courtship, and ridden by Jason Lee. Second placing goes to number 6 Exalt, ridden by Sam Metzer-Selma by Opera Prince from Red Hot Penny, Chestnut Gelding 5, Sam Metzer-Selma. And number 3 third Contentious, a Chestnut Mare 4 Yellow Prince, Salieri's Pride, Anthony Cummings, Brian York.
One that win a chance of fair John scores after the play.
Racing They've gone away in a good line. Danajaya away quickly with Rose of Danehill near the inside. Mr. Goodtime, mint condition, began quickly. Wider out Derham, and up in that leading division 2 is Checkmore. As they settle, dropping back to the tail of the field is Pogo, Oregon Star. As they race by the 800-metre mark, Checkmore takes over here. Leads by a length over on the outside of it, Mr. Goodtime. Danajaya back on the inside from mint condition and Derham. Following those is Rose of Danehill over on the inside. Wider out as Grand Bay. With our Floral Princess, they come to the turn. Erebus, Pogo, well back with West Point, Oregon Star, Street Cadet. 400 metres out, Checkmore in front, Danajaya and Mr. Goodtime after. Danajaya niggled out in the centre. Then mint condition running on Rose of Danehill down the outside. Grand Bay, Erebus from a long way back. Checkmore grabbed by Mr. Goodtime. Grand Bay, Rose of Danehill, and mint condition getting through in the centre. Mint condition took the lead, 50 metres to go. Starts to draw away. Grand Bay running on strongly, but mint condition wins comfortably. Second placing will go to Rose of Danehill from Grand Bay, then Mr. Goodtime, Checkmore. Next in our Floral Prince, Pogo, Derham, Danajaya weakened right out of it, then Erebus, Oregon Star, West Point, and last in Street Cadet.
5 mint condition, 680 the win, 230 the place. 2 Rose of Danehill, 340, 1 Grand Bay, 260.
Number 5, mint condition, 670, 210. 2 Rows of Danehill, 390. 1 Grand Bay, 280. Treble on 9, 4 and 5 to return $1,317.50. Canberra numbers 1, 8 and 6, 186.
And that is mint condition, ridden by Brian Wernan. And number 2 is second, Rose of Danehill, Jason Patton. And it appears it's a further photo for third, 55.3, the time for the journey there. Mint condition, Brian.
Starter climbs up, ready to run, a field of 8. Starwood well backed. Drawn barrier number 1. Ready now, off and racing. And Starwood from the inside was away with them. It's going to be the early leader. In fact, Sabre Star is pressing on for the front. But it looks like Dye might want the lead here on Starwood. No, he's going to allow Sabre Star to go across and be the leader. Then came York, followed by Jazz Pritzker, and Don't Disturb is pushing through to be third now. Dropping back is Our Alaric, followed by Young Inch, and last is Gaza Mate. They go along the back, 1,100 metres to go. Sabre Star, the pilot, no surprises there. A half length on York. Third is Don't Disturb on the outside of, on the inside, Starwood, followed by Our Alaric, who's racing very wide today. Jazz Pritzker on the outside of Young Inch, and last of all is Gaza Mate. 800 before them, and Sabre Star's relaxed nicely in front for Alyssa, a half length on York. Third, Starwood on the inside of Don't Disturb, and then Our Alaric. No change to the order from Jazz Pritzker, Young Inch, and last as they go by the 600 is Gaza Mate. Sabre Star's had a terrific run since finding the lead. Coming to the home turn, a neck on York. Third on the outside, Don't Disturb, starting to move up strongly, and Starwood's come away from the inside, endeavouring to get out 3 wide. Now they sprint. Sabre Star gave in like a prick balloon. York went straight past it, tackled by Don't Disturb. Now Starwood, Dye trying to push into the clear. There's a run there too, but the leader kicked York. Still a length in front. Starwood is trying hard, but starting to feel the 58. York's doing it well. York is careering away, in fact. 2 seconds, but more importantly, 2 winners to John Hawkes, the Inghams, and York won by 3 lengths to Starwood. Now, third placing may have been Young Inch over on the inside late from Jazz Pritzker and Don't Disturb, followed by Our Alaric. Sabre Star went poorly and finished at the tail with Gaza Mate. Race 5, York, number 6, ridden by Larry Cassidy. There's 2 wins to the stable. They've won, of course, here today with Hockney. Corey Brown was the rider there. 2 seconds. Larry Hawkes rode Pete Bogg to second place in race 2. And in the first Relic, Larry Cassidy ran second there. So Larry's finally won a race for John Hawkes and the Inghams. And this one's won very well indeed. Has careered away. Found a length at about the 200 and put more on them from there. Now the time is 1:28.78. 1:28.78.
They're racing. They jumped away in an absolutely beautiful line. With first out, Dry Humour with Rye Hero. Pengulu's going to drop in third on the rails from Del Sol. Hong Kwok Star settling fifth. Litmus behind it, Video Prince, and 2 to Shannock. 1,200 metres to travel, and the leader was Dry Humour now, leading by a length at Del Sol. Over on the inside, Pengulu. Third, back to fourth goes Rye Hero. 2 lengths to Hong Kwok Star, 2 to Litmus and Video Prince, and a length and a half last of all is Shannock. By the 1,000 metre mark, they travel. Dry Humour in front here by just over a length to Del Sol. Sol. Pengulu third on the inside there of Rye Hero. 2.5 to Hong Kwok Star. A length and a half then comes Litmus Video Prince. And last of all is Shannock. 700 to travel down the side, and the leader was Dry Humour by 3 parts of a length to Del Sol. A little over a length Pengulu. Rye Hero is fourth, a neck away. 2 lengths to Hong Kwok Star, then Litmus on the inside, Shannock and Video Prince as they come to the turn. 500 metres out. Dry Humour in front here of Del Sol. Pengulu comes away from the fence out 3 deep. Then comes Rye Hero. Further back Hong Kwok Star, 350 metres out. Dry Humour in front. Shaken up Pengulu is quickly going after it, followed by Rye Humour. Hong Kwok Star is out of the whip and not going all that well at the moment as Dry Humour slipped away inside the 200. Shannock on the outside running on strongly, and now Hong Kwok Star, Dry Humour in front. Shannock grabbing it on the outside. Shannock going home the better. Shannock gets in. Shannock beat Hong Kwok Star, and Dry Humour has stopped in the last bit from Litmus. Then Pengulu. Further back Rye Hero, Del Sol, Video Prince last in.
And the winner there, number 5, Shannock, 15.70 the win, 3.10 for the place. Photo for second and third, number 3, $2. Hong Kwok Star, 6 Dry Humour, 180.
Takes number 5. Number 5, Shannock.
5 Shannock on Super Tab, 13.20 and 3 even. Those for the minors. 3 Hong Kwok Stars in there at 170, 6 Dry Humour, 190.
And the electronic timing not working, no time taken there. That has been a terrific run by Shannock, coming from second last with a whirlwind burst down the centre of the track after Dry Humour had kicked away. First of all, it was Pengulu going after it, but it was beaten before the 200-metre mark, Pengulu. And Dry Humour had kicked away, but was no match for Shannock. And then Hong Kwok Star, who looked to be struggling, getting a wriggle on in the last little bit. 5 and a photo on race number 6. The winner there, Shannock, good effort. It's trained by Gary Lee at Mornington, by Oak Ridge out of Norfolk Shan, a Norfolk Air Mare, raced by DM and Mrs. R.A. Hunt, R.J. and Mrs. P.A. Nicholas, and J.D. and Mrs. A.J. Slight. Now 6 gets second, Dry Humour over on the inside, ridden by Eddie Wilkinson. And number 3 is third, Hong Kwok Star, Jason Patton.
All right, race
5.63 now.
Racing this time, Waikika from the inside, one of the best out. Mr. Neslo jumped nicely with Stony Bay and Wider Trust in Dreams, deeper the favourite Banner Headline. Then Angelin closely followed by Catapult, a break to Darbus, Inauguration, Delinquent Praise Indeed. And last of all is Ice and Glass. They race along towards the 1600 corner. And here it's Stony Bay racing to the lead. On the outside, Banner Headline getting within a half length of Stony Bay. Waikika is third and 2.5 to Mr. Neslo. A length Angelin, length and a half then to Trust in Dreams, 4 to Catapult around Darbus as they string out. Then Delinquent, 3 Inauguration, a half Praise Indeed, and 2 lengths to Ice and Glass. Stony Bay a clear leader going down the back of the course in the Parramatta Cup, a length and a half Banner Headline without cover. On the inside third as they reach the 1200 marker, Waikika Mukau, Mr. Neslo fourth, and then Angelin, followed by Trust in Dreams, 2 to Catapult, ahead to Darbus the inside. Another 2 lengths Delinquent. On the inside of he is Praise Indeed, Inauguration, second last, and close up Ice and Glass on the rails. They come out of the back straight and race towards the 900, and Stony Bay leads about a length and 3/4 on Banner Headline. Then Waikika Mukau, Mr. Neslo, as they reach the 800. Then a gap to Angelin on the inside of Trust in Dreams, 2.5 to Darbus. Ahead to Catapult the outside, another 2 lengths Delinquent, nearly 3 to Praise Indeed, 1 Inauguration, and ahead to Ice and Glass on the inside, 600 to go. And the leader is Stony Bay, but in hot pursuit is Banner Headline. 2 lengths to Waikika Mukau, tracking the leaders around the corner. A length to Mr. Neslo, and then comes Angel.